This is how you make a cheesecake. Alright. So we got our honey-made graham cracker crumbs. You know, we didn't want to mash up graham crackers, so we got the crumbs. And you use, you know, 1.5 cup of graham cracker crumbs. Then we got our Domino sugar right here. Use a 1/4 cup of that. And then you use a whole stick of butter, which is a 1/2 cup. And then we mix it all.
1/2 cup melted butter.
All in this big bowl right here. Let's do it.
Throw them in.
Bang, bang.
Look at that.
Sugar. Melted butter right on top. There we go.
Now, is this the whole cheesecake, or what is this right here?
This is the crust that we are making to line the bottom of this pan right here. Alright, let's get to mixing.
Yeah, mix that up.
Alright, you want to mix it, you know, pretty evenly so the butter and sugar gets around in the breadcrumbs. Graham cracker crumbs, that's what they are.
No bread.
Alright, and now we just gotta line the pan. Take these, you know, eggs out. Make sure they don't fall. Down the hatch.
So what are we doing now?
We're lining the bottom of this pan with the graham crackers. You know, you want to evenly spread it around.
And this is going to be the crust of the cheesecake. We want to get the crust done now so that when we put the cake in, this is all done and taken care of.
Alright. This is the most annoying part because you have to make it even around so that you can push the graham cracker crumbs up the side of the pan like this. Like that.
Let me get some of that. Nice.
Alright. Alright, so we pressed all the graham cracker crumbs and stuff up along the sides of the wall so the filling can go in here. You know, this is a pretty big pan for a cheesecake, so we can't get the graham cracker crumbs all the way up the side as you might want. So about like 2 inches, but we can't do that because this pan's too big. And now we're going to make the filling. Tell us what we're doing, Kevin.
Alright, so for the actual filling part of the cheesecake, you're going to need 1.5 cups of sugar, and we're using the same sugar we used before for the crust. So you take the sugar right here, dump it in the pot, and there's 1 cup, here's the 1/2 cup. You also need only 1/8 of a teaspoon, and it may seem like a little bit, but it's very important. And then you need 3 packets of the Philadelphia, or not Philadelphia, any type of like cream cheese. And it's important to use the packet and not like the big tubs, because the packets are non-whipped cream cheese, and you need the non-whipped cream cheese for cheesecake. If you use whipped, you're gonna mess the whole thing up. Non-whipped packet, 8 ounces. Alright, so once you dump in all the cream cheese, the sugar, and the salt, you then go to your blender. You can either use manual or the machine. The machine is quicker, so we like the machine. Then you turn it on. Then you let it blend. So once the other ingredients are mixed together, you then put in 4 pre-cracked eggs into the blender with the other ingredients. So you just watch out for the blender. You don't want to hit. Just dump them in. Then continue blending until everything mixes together. You know you're...
Alright, so you want to make sure that all the stuff on the sides and in, so you don't want to forget any ingredient, because that could jeopardize the taste of your cheesecake. And once it looks evenly blended together, then you can stop mixing and pour it on into the crust.
Put it in your mouth.
This is really good, actually. You want some?
Oh yeah, I'll take some. Yeah, I'll give me some. Damn, that's some good cheesecake.
Of course, we're not putting that back into the mixture. Alright. So we take this off. Get all the rest of the filling on into the bowl. Throw it in the sink. And now we dump the filling into the graham cracker crust that we made before.
Make sure you pour slowly, because if you just dump the whole thing in, then it might splash around. Some of the filling might splash out. And that'll just ruin your end product of the cake. You want to make sure you evenly pour it out like Paul's doing now. Make sure you cover all sides of the cheesecake, and so that no side is like higher up than the other. To get the rest of the stuff out of the bowl, use a spoon, spatula, fork, anything, finger. Just make sure everything's out of the pot into the cake with the crust.
Alright, so here's the filling and the graham cracker crust right here. And we're going to throw it into the oven at 350 degrees for 50 minutes. And you also want to line the bottom of the stove with some foil so nothing spills out and you show cleaning your oven is no fun. Alright, in it goes.
There she blows.
And 50 minutes, timer on. There you go.
So we wait. So Paul, what are you doing over there?
Unfortunately, I'm cleaning out my mess. No one wants to do it, but you gotta do it.
Cleaning is just as important as your actual cooking. Or cooking.
Sure.
Something you gotta do. Good thing I'm only drying, right?
Right. Alright, we're gonna make the topping for the cheesecake. You know, some cheesecakes, they have, fruit on the top. This one, my grandma makes it with this type of topping, and I think it tastes just fine.
So to make this particular topping, you're gonna need a 1/4 cup of sugar, and you're gonna need an entire pint of sour cream. And this whole thing happens to be a pint. So you end up just dumping this whole thing.
16 ounces.
So you just plop it in there like so. Then you use like a spoon to get all the excess off the sides of the container. Because you want to make sure you have your entire pint and not like 15.
And it's important to use it at room temperature, because then it comes out easier and it mixes together easier. Alright, mix it up.
So yeah, we still got like 28 minutes left of the cheesecake. And it can get a little boring sometimes, not gonna lie. But that's the life of a chef. You gotta just wait it out. You gotta stay in your kitchen, man your ground. Gotta make sure nothing goes wrong here. So, yeah. Alright, so 50 minutes later, cheesecake's finally ready. We already took out the tin foil under it before and put it on top of the pan just because it's really hot.
Alright, so then, now we gotta let it sit for 15 minutes. And then, we need to put the topping on, and then cook it again for 10 minutes.
Okay, so our 15 minutes is finally up, and now we're
applying the topping.
Put on the topping. Cheesecake.
This is sour cream and sugar again, if you forgot.
It's important how just how we did the filling of the cake. You put it all like on the cake, try and spread it out as possible, and then use like a spoon or a spatula like we're doing now to make sure you even it all out, because you want to make sure the whole cake is covered.
Alright, and then we preheated the oven to 450 degrees, and now we throw it back in for 10 minutes. put the pan under the cheesecake just because there's some stuff coming out of it. Just common. Alright. Almost done.
So, cake's ready now. Look at that baby.
Yeah, don't forget to turn your oven off. And now you just gotta let it cool for like an hour or so. And then you're ready to eat.
Looks good.